So Apple TV Plus is a brand new action adventure. It's got a good director, some big movie stars, and the story is a mix of National Treasure, The Da Vinci Code, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusades. 3 movies that I really liked. So did I like this movie? Hey everybody, I'm Sean McBride, the movie guy, and today let's talk about Fountain of Youth over on Apple TV Plus.
Did you know your brother's linked to a string of high-profile art thefts?
Luke! What are you doing?
It's like Dad said, the reward is in the journey.
Not when the journey ends in jail.
Oh, I'm not going to jail.
How do you know that?
Because I've done this. Watch. And it never ends in jail.
Sometimes it ends in jail.
Please.
In Fountain of Youth, John Krasinski and Natalie Portman star as a brother and sister team of archaeologist siblings who are hired by a billionaire to track down nothing less than the, well, you guessed it, the Fountain of Youth. See, the billionaire explains that he's dying, and so he's willing to use all of his money to track down the Fountain of Youth. Hopefully that will cure him. Now, this is one of those movies where our brother and sister heroes bicker while they track down clues to the location of the Fountain of Youth, all while being pursued by a band of criminals, of course the police, and a mysterious group of mercenary protectors. So you can expect lots of action set pieces in fantastical locations. So the movie has a bunch of big set pieces. Everything is mundane as breaking into a public library or a museum to the, raising the Lusitania from the bottom of the Atlantic. Because, why not? Now look, I do appreciate the big swing, but none of this stuff seems really plausible because it all seems to happen in a void. For example, they show up at the pyramids in Egypt and there's nobody around except for one architect who lets them in. I mean, yeah, right. It just doesn't seem like it's grounded in reality, and so it doesn't have great stakes. Now, if you can get past all of this, I do think the action is pretty good. I mean, director Guy Ritchie, well, he's pretty good at this stuff. So the gunfights and the chases are okay, although I will say they're not on par with what he did in the early days of his career. They are fun, but perhaps not as memorable as what it should have been. I do like that our heroes here are brother and sister, which allows them to bicker and fight without any sexual tension. I think the Portman and Krasinski are pretty good. So this becomes a movie that has some okay action and an interesting story filled with some mystical mumbo jumbo, stuff that I generally like. But ultimately, the film requires a lot of exposition to explain what's going on, and the story as a whole never really gels into something unique. I give this Fountain of Youth 2.5 stars out of 4. So I am a little surprised at how indifferent I was to this movie. I mean, I didn't dislike it, but I thought I would like it a whole lot more, certainly from the idea of the story that I got from the trailer. That being said, I do wonder if I would have liked it more had they shown it to me in a movie theater up on a big screen. At home on my home TV, wasn't quite as great. But hey, you're going to have the chance to watch it this weekend. After you've seen it, circle back and tell me what you think. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on social media, and go ahead and subscribe to our podcast, Two Movie Guys. Every week, my friend Joe Fryer and I get together, and we talk about all of the week's big movies in much greater detail. That's Two Movie Guys, wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, we're just getting started on the Memorial Day movies. Coming up next, perhaps the biggest one of them all, that would be Mr. Tom Cruise running like crazy in the latest Mission Impossible movies. Let's talk about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning next time. We'll see you then.